G'day guys and welcome back to the channel. I'm Wobbles and we're here today. We're going to be starting a new franchise mode on the channel. We're going to be using the Los Angeles Chargers, and in this franchise we're going to nerf the Sim God. Madden 18, the LA Chargers, even with an 81 overall base starting team, they always seem to do well in the Sim. No matter what happens, they're always in the playoffs, going for Super Bowls. They're always up there basically. So in this franchise, we're going to nerf the crap out of this team. We're going to have no one above a 75 overall. We're going to sim the first season, see how we go. We're going to do our draft, and then I'm going to take over from there. While we nerf this team, we're going to trade away all these good players. Casey Hayward, Melvin Ingram, Keenan Allen, all of our players 76 overall and above. We're going to trade them for draft picks, and probably a few players that will refill the roster after all these players are gone, but no one above a 75 overall. The rules for the series, as I said, no one will start with a 75 or over overall. After my initial trades for players to build the base roster, there will be no trading for players. It will be a draft build only. Except every year I'm allowed to pick up one free agent in free agency. Doesn't matter the overall, I can choose one player and one player only to bring to this team. So basically we're just going to be trying to rebuild this team from the ground up with draft only. So let's get into it. Alright guys, before we get into our nerfing of the team, Timmy Tamsin will be our head coach. He's a new coach for this team. And let's just take a quick look at all the players, all the talent that we're going to be losing. 87 overall Phillip Rivers, gone. 90 overall Melvin Gordon, gone. Brandon Oliver, Eckler, both gone. Our top 4 wide receivers, Keenan Allen, Terrell Williams, Travis Benjamin, Mike Williams, all gonski. Our O-line, everyone will be gone except for Mr. Pulley here, Spencer Pulley. You're the only one staying, my friend. Hunter Henry, the legend Antonio Gates, both gone. On the defense, we are losing some massive firepower on that line with Joey Bosa, Melvin Ingram gone. Corey Legit, Brandon Meebane, both gone. Our top 4 corners as well, all gone. 93 overall Casey Hayward gone. Williams, Verrett, King gone. Trey Boston, pre-safety gone. Our starting 3 linebackers all gone. Starting strong safety gone. Basically every starting position on this team is gone. We're going to be starting from the bottom. So guys, before we get into the nerfing of the team, I'd just like to say, if you like the idea of this series, please leave a like, subscribe. I'll try and upload this at least once a week. If I get a bit of support on this series, we'll go twice a week. We'll see how we go. But with that being said guys, the next time you see this team, it will be completely different. Say goodbye to our veterans and our good players. Okay guys, we have successfully nerfed the LA Chargers. As you can see on our offense, no one is above a C+, with Feeney and Hairston at 75, McGrath at 75, and John Ross and Aaron Ripkowski. No one is above a C+. When we made our trades, we picked up a few other players on the offensive side of the ball just to boost up our numbers for the ones we were losing. We picked up Drew Stanton to be our quarterback this year, our fill-in. Aaron Ripkowski from the Packers as our fullback. John Ross and our Darius Stewart from the Jets. I said all under 75. And moving on to the defense, we also picked up TJ Logan from the Cardinals in the Drew Stanton trade. On defense, it's atrocious. It's worse than the offense. We only have 1 C+, and that's Marcus May, who we picked up from the Jets. I changed the scheme. Timmy Tamsin's running a 3-4 defense, so our middle linebackers are absolutely garbage. We picked up Quincy Wilson from the Colts in a trade to start at our corner 2. Hopefully give him a bit of XP. As I said guys, this team is absolute garbage. From all our trades, sign away our good players. We have got a ton of first round picks, so we're going to hopefully convert them at the end of this year into some really good players. We got the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 8th, 10th, 14th, ours at 16, 22nd, 24th, 25th, 31st. And we picked up a 4th round from the Giants. So there's a fair bit of ammunition for the first round to hopefully pick up some superstars at the end of this year and rebuild this team. So with that being said, guys, I'm just going to do a couple things and then we're going to jump in, simulate this to the end of the season, and we'll see how the sim gods go with the nerf. And we've hit the playoffs, guys, and as you can see, and as you would have expected, we have not made the playoffs. Ooh, jeez. Looking at the team, a lot of negative confidence there, so it's pretty safe to say our team has done pretty trash. Defensively the same as well. Pullard's had 20,000 XP and that's by far our most, so he must have made a Pro Bowl or got an award or something, but it's pretty safe to say that our whole team was garbage. Looking at our overall, 0-16, we did not win a game. Timmy Tamsin went winless in his first year as coach, but hopefully with a good off season, plenty of draft picks and some good drafting, we can turn that around for the next season. Quickly looking at the stats, because I assume they're not going to be very good at all. Stanton, yeah, 2,300 yards, 9 touchdowns, 20 intercepts, 68 sacks, like that's just atrocious. Running the ball, terrible as well, 2.9 yards carry and 600 yards for Andre Williams, 4 touchdowns, 8 fumbles, so 1 every second game, like that's not what you want in a starting running back. Wide receivers, no one cleared 600 yards, and our most was 3 touchdowns for Darius Stewart. Blocking, Michael Ola gave up 29 sacks, almost to a game, which is not good at all. And Chris Hairston gave up 15, which is almost 1 a game. So lots of sacks given up by our offensive line. Defensively, Pollard had 176 tackles. Wow, 63 in front of Jarvis Jones. No tackles for loss or sacks for him though. On our sacks front, Jarvis Jones had 7.5, 7 for Kyle Emanuel and 7 for Chris McCain as well, leading the team. And interceptions, Craig Major had 3 and 2 for Jones, Emanuel. Nick Zubnar had 2 as well, and Adrian Phillips. So yeah, this whole team really needs to start from scratch this off season. We'll quickly look at awards. We might have pulled a couple of Rookie of the Years or something like that. It's pretty safe to say not going to have anyone in the MVP race, although it went to Matt Ryan. And Coach of the Year went to Dan Quinn. The Falcons going 13-3. Looking at Offensive Player of the Year, no one. Defensive Player of the Year, no one. Offensive Rookie of the Year, anyone? Darius Stewart coming at 10th. And defensively, Marcus May and Quincy Wilson coming in 4 and 5 respectively, and Michael Davis coming in at 9th as well. We'll see if we've got best linebacker. We went to Justin Houston. We had Jarvis Jones coming at 6th, and Kyle Emanuel squeezing his way in at 10. Getting defensive backs. Just trying to think of guys who had half decent stats for our team. No one there defensive back, so yeah, basically our whole team is garbage. We're going to move into the off season now. Have a look at our free agents. Remember, we can only take 1 free agent, so we're going to have to make it count. And then we're going to push into the off season, hit the drafting as well, and hopefully we can rebuild this team. Alright guys, we're at the signing of the free agents now. We had a few guys knock back our offers, which is understandable considering we went 0-16, but we can sign 1 free agent, and let's hope there are some real ringers there. Le'Veon Bell, 99 overall running back. Geez, he would be absolutely brilliant to bring in, but unfortunately we've only got $12.6 million of cap room. Now, we might have a lot of low rated players with cheap contracts, but because we unloaded so many of them big contracted players, those high overall players at the start of the season, we've got some massive cap penalties to take with us into this year. So hopefully that doesn't carry on for too many years, but we're going to try and find someone here we can bring into the team and hopefully add a bit of punch to our team. And we've brought in our first free agent, guys. John Sullivan, he's 33 years old, so he's a bit on the older side. 82 overall, but until we get our cap situation resolved, I don't want to spend too much big money on trying to bring some people in. So a nice band-aid, he'll get a couple of years for us, and hopefully we can pick up some really good young offensive linemen in the next draft or two, which will help build that offensive line when we move on from John Sullivan. So basically all there's left now to do is to scout some players and jump into the draft, so I will see you then. Okay guys, we're back now with the draft, the first stepping stone in rebuilding this Chargers team. As you can see on the left there, we have the first 4 picks in this draft to hopefully bring in some major talent. Originally the Bears and the Bengals had the 3rd and 4th, but I did a bit of wheeling and dealing, and as we scroll down, you will see that the Bears and the Bengals are now picked 30 and 31. We had those 2 picks and we flipped them to go 3 and 4. So we have the first 4 picks. Detroit, the Bucks, the Cardinals go 5, 6 and 7. We have 8 and 9. The Giants and Titans are next, and we have 12 and 13. So, and we have 15 and 17, 18, 19. So we have a lot of picks in the first 20. So we can definitely bring some good talent in. And if there's no one at that time, we'll look to trade back, maybe get some picks for next year, but we'll see how we go. In for the first selection, however, looking at the draft board, we have some good scouted talent here, but first overall, he was the Heisman winner, Martinez Gash from Oregon. He's a West Coast quarterback, A- throw power, A- short throw, B- mid throw accuracy. Not the best combine, but a Heisman is basically guaranteed superstar. So we're going to take him first with that A- throw power. He should be good. And 78 superstar. It says he was a reach, but 78 superstar. Gotta love that development. We needed a quarterback badly, so we'll take him. For our second pick now, gonna look to add a running back. Nate Fletcher from Auburn. 79 quick, I'll take that. 90 speed, 87 acceleration, which is really good. His combine didn't reflect that, but we'll definitely take that. 94 stiff arm coming out of college. So we definitely have 2 good offensive pieces to build with now. Moving on to our third pick now. We're going to flip to the defensive side of the ball. Frank Folkerts and Curtis Maggot, both right ends. We'll probably flip one to left end, but we need some pass rushers. Both have very similar stats, very similar combine grades. We'll just see how we go. Frank Folkerts is an 80 overall. Very good. He didn't have a good development, no quick or superstar, but 87 tackle, 86 block shed, 85 power moves. He's going to be great to add to that defensive line. Moving on to our next pick, Curtis Maggot, welcome to the team. 80 overall normal as well. So, like I said, both them players, similar stats, similar combine grade, both 80 overall. We'll definitely take that as we look to rebuild this team. Devin Bullard, the free safety out of USC. B+ hit power, B tackle, B- pursuit, 7.3 combine grade. Good acceleration, he's got a good jump, so he's definitely going to be someone who's going to look to make an impact for us. 81 superstar, there we go, boys and girls. What an awesome pick. We are really building this team up fast in this draft. Next, we're going to add to the defensive backfield with Levon Whitehead out of Wisconsin. A zone corner with B+ press, B- coverage, and B- zone coverage. Solid speed, solid combine really, so let's see how we go with him. 80 normal. We're really hitting the home runs with these 80s. 94 speed, 92 acceleration, 85 man, 81 zone, 86 press. Get that play rec up and he's going to be an absolute stud. We're going to look to move on from our 12th overall pick. We're going to pick up the Washington Redskins 2019 first, and we're going to pick up a 4th and a 5th from this year because there's a couple of mid-round guys that I got my eye on. So we're going to take this trade and hopefully we can turn these mid to late round picks into some gems. Our next pickup will be tight end Dylan Wood from Georgia, a vertical threat tight end. As you can see, his combine in regards to the rest of the tight ends is pretty good. First for vert jump and broad jump, 2nd for 3 cone and 20-yard shuttle, 8th in bench and 7th in 40-yard dash. He looks to be a pretty good addition, and an 80 quick. His speed, yeah, it's not on the best side, but for an 80 quick, you can definitely build around that. Good route running, good catching, good acceleration, good run block. So he's definitely going to be someone who will make a big difference to this team, especially with our young quarterback. Walker Harvey, the strong safety out of Clemson. Pretty good combine. He's got the traffic lights for top 3 skills, but 79 normal. A decent pickup. I mean, you would have liked a development trait with quick or superstar, but we'll take that any day of the week. He's a million times better than what we already have on the roster. Parker Burkett out of Florida, 6.8 combine, 2nd in bench press with 38, and just one of the best combines for an offensive lineman this year. So we'll add him to the team. 80 normal, 93 strength, 84 run block, 79 pass block, 87 impact. His awareness is low, but it's cheap to upgrade that once you get the XP. So yeah, definitely a good start. Daniel Pearson will be our next pickup on the offensive line. He's got them traffic lights, but you look at his combine, 3 seconds, a 4th, and a couple of lowish mid-range ranks there, but he's going to be better than what we've got. 80 normal. Again, we're knocking these 80s out of the park. What can I say? Like 80 run block, 76 pass block, 92 impact block. He's going to be really good in the run game. Even though he skipped the combine, I'm going to look to add George Ramirez, the linebacker out of Florida State. He's got a 1st round potential grade with his green diamond, and he was projected to go in the 2nd round. So let's just take a punt. Ooh, 75 slow. I mean, the overall's not bad, and you know, he's not a bad player, but just that slow development's what's going to kill us a bit. But you know, hopefully he can have a good season. We'll get enough XP to buy a normal development package. Okay, with our first 4th round pick, I'm going to look to add a receiver. Joey Avery out of Indiana State. He doesn't look that great, but we need a wide receiver. So we're going to take a punt. 71 normal, 91 speed, which we can definitely work with, 86 catching and 94 jumping. So definitely someone we can use in the end zone as a red zone threat for us. Our next 4th round pick, we're going to use on an offensive lineman. We really need to build up that offensive line. Our defense, we'll work on that. I have Malik Roach and Casey Guidugli. I don't know how you pronounce that, but it's hard to really tell who the best one is. They're both very similar in their 3 stats and their combine. If I have to choose a better combine, it's Mr. Goodugly. We're going to roll with him. Early 6th round pick, 77 normal. So we'll take that. 88 strength, 82 run block, 77 pass block, 92 impact blocking. Awareness is 55, but like I said, that's cheap as chips to buy with your XP. So we'll definitely be rocking with him. And the last pick in our first draft with Timmy Tamsin, our 5th round pick. I'm going to look to add, it's probably a bit of a reach, but I'm going to look to add Jason Hale out of Washington State. He's a 3-4 pass rusher. B finesse moves, B hit power, B pursuit. He's had a 7 combine. He's 1st in bench, 2nd in 3 cone, 3rd in broad jump, 4th in 20-yard shuttle. So he's going to have some good explosiveness. Let's hope his overall reflects that. Oh. 76 superstar for someone who was projected to go in the 7th round. We will take that any day of the week. Oh my goodness, what an excellent finish to this draft, guys. And it's pretty safe to say we have definitely upgraded this team. As we take a quick recap of our draft, guys, an absolute banger. First out of the first year with Timmy Tampson. Stud after stud, really. The only disappointment were Ramirez and Joey Avery, but yeah, we are definitely going to be able to work with this roster come the next season. And I still can't get over this last pick. Jason Hale, 76 overall superstar. Wow, what a draft, guys. So a quick recap of our team after a very successful draft. For Timmy Tampson, we have Martinez Gash, 78 superstar, our rookie quarterback, ready to lead us to victory, hopefully. We got Nate Fletcher, our power back, Darius Stewart, John Ross, and Joey Avery as our wide receivers. We have Dylan Wood, our quick development tight end, and our offensive line is suddenly completely different. Paquette, Pearson, John Sullivan, good ugly, and we moved Dan Feeney to right tackle where he stays at a 75 overall, so definitely a major upgrade on last year. This offense, give it a couple of years and it will be stacked. Defensively, another massive improvement. Our safeties are probably the strength of this defense. Corners are probably going to struggle this year. We don't really have anyone after Whitehead. Pass rush, we got Maggot and Focus on the edge now, 80 and 82. Hopefully we can get something going with them this year. I had to move Ramirez into middle linebacker because Jones and Hale were starting outside linebackers and we had no one in the middle. His development is still slow and his overall took a 5-point hit, but he's better than what we had there originally. With our specialist kickers, we still have garbage. John Ross will be returning kicks, and Nate Fletcher is going to be our third down back. So I'm excited to play with this team. In the next episode, we have some good young rookies there. I definitely don't think we're going to be going 0-16 this year, so I look forward to that. As I said, if you like the idea of this series, please leave a like, subscribe. I'm going to try and drop this every week, maybe more than once a week, twice a week I'd like to do, you know, if people get behind it. And that's the end of the first episode, guys. The Nerf Chargers now have a steady building block to go with, and in the next episode I will be playing the first game with the new and improved Los Angeles Chargers, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Wobbles. I'll see you later.